Welcome back everyone to another episode of Vegetarian Cooking with JJ. In this week's episode, I'm in the Grand Mayan section of the Vedanta Resort in Mexico. It's between Cancun and Playa del Carmen. And guess what? We're going on a dinner boat cruise for the sunset, but for me, it will be without the dinner. We got bamboozled by a swindling salesman at the airport, and he straight up lied to our faces. I asked him all the questions in Spanish, and he just lied straight to our faces. So we can't really get out of this deal, and besides, Shimmy wants to go, and it was quite cheap anyways. And I'll still get to enjoy the sunset and the experience of the cruise, but I have to prepare my own food for this dinner cruise because the chef is what I would refer to as a factory chef with no creativity, not even enough creativity to serve parsley. So I'm going to be making my own dish, and I'm sure it might intrigue some of the meat eaters on the cruise as well. I'm excited to make my own dish. So without further ado, let's head over to the kitchen and get cooking! So here we are in our kitchen at the Grand Mayan. We're going to be using some rice. And this product, which Shimmy actually discovered and I thought was quite strange and wasn't too keen on using it at first, but it's powdered hummus. All you have to do is mix it with water, but in this case, we're going to be using it as a type of breading for our tofu. We're going to add some spices in the mix as well. For our spices, I'm going to add a little bit of black garlic powder. You don't need too much. A little goes a long way. Woo! Don't worry, it's going to get mixed up anyway. We have some vegan Parmesan here. In the meantime, we're getting this pan hot because these elements are a little bit slow. A lot of things tend to move slower around here. Add some chilies in the mix. Freshly ground black pepper. We have some dried savory and Italian seasoning we're adding in the mix. And we have some salt. It doesn't come out very fast of this little bottle. When you're in Mexico and you're in a place where the tap water is not safe to drink, this is what you use. It's a type of iodine drop liquid. Use it to wash all of your produce. And you must let it sit for a while so that it takes a proper effect. And I have a curry blend. This is an Egyptian style curry blend. There we go. Okay, this element is starting to heat up, which is good. So we'll just mix up our breading mixture here. Make sure it's nice and even. And here we have our tofu slices. I only press them a little bit. Some people really go hardcore with the pressing, but you don't always need to press it and weigh it down for so long. Sometimes it just works, you gently press it and on with the shell. We're gonna coat our tofu pieces here. They're just lightly wet, so that's perfect. Quickly coat them. Here we go. Whoops, making a bit of a mess here. So our pan seems like it's hot. We'll add our oil in. And we're gonna fry up our pieces. Here you go, so you can get an idea. Meanwhile, over here, we're gonna get started on our rice. We're getting our other pan hot. These elements are quite slow, so we'll figure it out. We have some cherry tomatoes here. We're just gonna pop them in our hot pan. Just let the tomatoes get some color to them. And we'll add our other ingredients. We're gonna add some oil in the mix. We're gonna add some onions. We'll add our rice. We're gonna add our garlic in the mix. So I'm adding some extra cooking liquid that somehow got a little bit frozen. But anyway, we're not gonna worry about that. And here's the tofu we're gonna be using. We're also gonna be using some veggies. We got some red bell peppers chopped up. We got some broccoli and asparagus. And we'll add some of our spice blend here. Oops, made a mess. Of course, remember to adjust the seasoning to your taste. So we'll just give it a taste test here. Just see. Some chilies. And we will need to add a little bit more liquid. We have our fresh lime here. Our dish is almost ready with a few minutes to spare. And we're going to finish it off with our fresh lime juice to bring all those beautiful flavors together, all those beautiful spices, the chilies, the Egyptian curry blend. We got our herbs like our Italian seasoning and our savory mix, salt and pepper, of course, in the mix. I don't have fresh herbs right now, but you may want to top it off with fresh herbs. And if you jump the gun like I did, feel free to warm up your tofu if it's cooled off a little bit, if you want it piping hot. I'm gonna plate it for you just so you can get an idea of what it looks like. But I'm gonna take it to go for our sunset boat cruise. Give it a mix before we add our lime juice. This is our beautiful dish. Give it a nice mix here. Okay, so we'll add our fresh lime juice in the mix. This is one of the few tools that they did have. They're missing quite a few, like, basic tools. So you want that nice lime flavor to come through. Beautiful. Beautiful. Mix it up. And we'll just plate it. I'm plating it just for you guys, because you're special. Ouch. Jimmy will be here any minute. I think I hear his voice in the hallway. And that should be perfect.
The battery had died on my mic, but there is no way to know that it's dying. In any event, I truly enjoyed the perfectly seasoned rice dish with the contrast of the curry and spice with the brightening acid from the lime. And of course, the texture contrast with the tofu. We journeyed on a service collectivo to the Marina Aquatours port in Cancun. We enjoyed the scenery, took some pictures, and we socialized a little and practiced our Spanish. We were only allowed to use their photographer if we wanted pictures in front of the boat before boarding. We met a young gay couple who were celebrating their anniversary. I was certain I saw them before on a Spadina streetcar one night. As it turns out, they were in Toronto for 3 months straight. They are both from Mexico. The host received my container of food so that it could be heated up separately. The presentation was a nice surprise. Although the tofu isn't noticeable in this format, it was quite enjoyable to bite into the hidden pieces and enjoy the exquisite flavors, along with the beautiful sunset and scenery. Although the crew from the Columbus cruise weren't too familiar with vegan food, they were still quite nice. Perhaps they can watch my videos to get inspired so that they can prepare vegan food in the future. They had a tenor sax player playing some well-known tunes, and everyone could get up and dance in the center of the boat on the elevated platform. For dessert, I had my own dark chocolate, which had dehydrated strawberries in the mix. If you've enjoyed this video in any way, shape, or form, please hit that thumbs up button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and feel free to share this video with your family and your friends. All of your friendly comments help my channel grow, so thank you very much for everyone who takes a moment to leave a comment. This is JJ signing off, keeping things interesting in my kitchen and hopefully yours. Bon appetit.